أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا حبيبنا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله أما بعد. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, Ba'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ar-rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Al-malu wal-banun zinatul hayatud dunya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another place, Innama amwalukum wa awladukum fitna. The approximate meaning of these two ahadiths is in one ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that your children, your wealth and your children are the means of decoration or ornament for you. And in another ayat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying approximate meaning that the wealth and the children are fitna, are the trial for you. These are the two extremes. Allah is saying in one place, they are the best thing which can happen to a person. In another place, that can be a worst thing also if we do not take care of the requisites of these ayats. So inshallah, in between these two ayats we're going to discuss today. Because everybody has got children, everybody has got wealth. The importance of wealth everybody knows. If you lose even $10, you feel very sorry. If you heard somebody got robbed, you feel very, very sorry for that person. You call him, you console him. But when you hear somebody's child got messed up, he went astray, he is not coming to the masjid, he is not following the commandments of Allah, we don't care. Every day we pass through children, we hear these stories of those children, how they are going out of the way, but we have no problem with it. We don't feel any sadness at all, because as if it is normal. For $10, we feel sorry. For a child going astray, we don't feel sorry. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. Even though the children are the ornaments, are the decoration, a piece of pride, it's a piece of blessing for you, but it can be a fitna also if you don't take care of them. So my dear respected brothers and elders, it has become a certain problem these days. You hear the stories everywhere. His son is doing that, his daughter is doing that. They are not behaving properly, they are misbehaving with their teachers, parents. These are common stories. We go to this extent, sometimes we hear that actually some child called the police on the parents. I know one person who was sitting in the masjid and crying, and we asked him why, what happened. He said, my daughter sent me to the jail. He says, what happened? He says, she was chatting on the internet. I went from the bank, I saw something which is not appropriate, I slapped her. Then she called the police, and I spent 3 months in Beaumont jail. These things are happening. You hear the news every day. It's happening in our community, it's happening outside the community. The children are not in control no more. The children which we used to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to get in, those children became so burdened upon us. Sometimes we want those children, they were not there. It's better. We would have been living without the children, it was better for us. So they became fitna for us. So my dear respected brothers and elders, today inshallah we're going to discuss what we should do. We have this problem. We know that we have this problem. How to solve this problem? What we should do? It was not there before like this. Now, the modern age, the age of technology, the age of internet, the age of new morals, everybody's into this. Nobody can say that their children will be protected. You see? But you have to do certain things actually to protect your children, otherwise we are all in trouble. And serious trouble. Inshallah, we're going to discuss, I will give you some golden rules how to save our children. It is for those people who have children. It is for those people who don't have children. This khutbah is also for those people who are not even married. Everybody has to ponder. Because one day they will get into this boat. They will get into this situation, and life is very short. Don't think actually, oh, I'm not married yet. I don't have children yet. Oh, my children are small yet. It goes very fast. If you don't believe it, just look back your lives. Where were you? What are you? You are a young boy playing somewhere in some soccer field. Now you are an old person. You have children. You are worried about your daughters, when they're going to get married. You are worried about your sons. What are they going to do? It is a problem. So my dear respected brothers, inshallah we're going to discuss this. First of all, if we want to solve our problems, we have to go back to Allah and His Prophet. They are the authority. Allah is the creator of your children. He knows how to handle them. He will tell you what to do. Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is His Prophet. He got the instructions from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows everything and He told us what to do. If we go back, we will solve this problem. If we don't go back, if you think actually, no, I've been reading about this, how to take care of the children. I know a philosopher, I know somebody has written a book on it. I will tell you, those people actually who wrote those books, they did not maybe got married even. They don't care about your children. Maybe they are one of the zina who is writing a book. He don't know what is the morals of the family. Those people actually, we are reading and we are pondering and we are thinking, these people will solve our problem. Maybe those people actually are not even Muslims. They don't know what is marriage. They don't know what is the difference between zina and marriage. How can they tell us how to take care of our children? See, that is the problem actually we have. Most of the time, we're going back to Allah and His Prophet. We will go back to those philosophers and those intellectuals who wrote books on the children, and they are giving the guidance and they're giving the talks. We are very amused by those talks. Oh, if you do this, your children will be like this. If you send them to this school and this and that and homework, their children will be. But yes, one part, maybe the curriculum-wise or the education-wise, but not the moral-wise. Because it is the moral which is going to solve our problem, not the education. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, "Iqra bi ismi rabbika allazi khalaq." What is Allah saying? If you want to read with the name of Allah. If you take out the name of Allah from any education, science, maths, whatever it is, that education will be a burden on you and on your children, period. Remember this. The fine line of this ayah is what? That you have to put the name of Allah in every education. You're talking about science, who created moon? Allah. If you're talking about the ethics, who told us to behave? Allah. If you're talking about the food, who gave us the food? Allah. Economy? Allah. If you take out the name of Allah, that education will take you to the hellfire. Even though you are an intellectual in the eyes of the dunya, even though you are a scientist, you know the Mars and Jupiter and everything, but if you take out the name from that Mars and Jupiter, you will go to hellfire. You are doomed. Iqra bi ismi rabbika allazi khalaq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, read in the name of Allah. The name of Allah should be there in education. That's the problem right now. We don't have the name of Allah in our education system. So what we should do with our children now? The first thing, Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us, there are 8 things. I will start from the beginning, 3 things. Then I will give you 5 things. These are the 8 golden rules. A person came to Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu anhu. He said, Ya Amirul Mu'mineen, my child is misbehaving. My child is misbehaving with me. He don't treat me as a father. Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu anhu was very, very astonished. That was not the norm of the society at that time. Everybody used to know it. He was a Muslim. In the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a person is not doing the itaab of the parent. That is something very, very huge. So he said, call your child, I want to talk to him. So the person went and brought his son. Said Umar radhiyallahu anhu asked, oh son, oh boy, tell me why you are not obeying your parents. That boy asked a question to Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu anhu. He said, Amirul Mu'mineen, I want to ask you a question. Tell me, what are the rights of the children the parents has to give? What are the rights of the children? Sayyidina Umar said, there are 3 rights. First of all, the father should choose the right mother for the baby. When he gets married, he should find a pious wife. The second thing, he should keep a good name, give you a very good name, Islamic name to the child. The third thing, he should give proper Islamic education to the child. That is a right of every child. 3 rights. The boy told, "Oh Amirul Mu'minin, my father did not give even one out of these 3. First of all, he married a lady who was a Majusian, who was a fire worshipper. She did not know anything about the deen." Just start relating our situation to this situation. You will understand where we go wrong. We don't have to go into the lengthy discussions and explaining. Just rate our lives, where we stand today. He said, "My mother is a fire worshipper." He did not care about the deen of my mother. So second thing, when I was born, he gave me a name which corresponds or translates to cockroach. He called me cockroach. And the third thing, he did not give me any education of the deen whatsoever, not the Quran, nothing. So I never heard this, and he turned toward that person, "You are getting what you gave to your child, get out." How can you expect something? Now we cry, our children are bad. Who put the children into this situation? Who brought them into this world? We. Who? Why did we come here? Isn't it not our responsibility, whatever they are doing today, if we are not taking care of them? We were just thinking, actually, just marrying anybody or doing whatever, we're going to have the pious children. It is not going to happen like that. A person came to one scholar. He said, "Sheikh, how should I train? How should I do the tarbiyah of my child?" The Sheikh asked, "How old is your son?" He said, 4 months old. The Sheikh told him, "It is too late. You cannot do nothing now. Go." He said, "What are you talking about? He's only 4 months. How can I train him?" The Sheikh asked, "When you marry, do you select a boy's wife? Or you select the beauty?" He said, "I select the beauty." Did she a dindar or a pious lady, a religious lady? He says, "No, I did not even thought about that." He says, "How can I now suggest you that this child she's going to bring up in a right manner if she don't know? Who takes care of the children? The lap of the mother is the first institution a child goes through. How can you goof on that one?" Most of the time, that is not the situation with us also. How many of us actually went looking for a pious wife who wears the hijab, who prays 5 times, who follows the commandments of Allah and His Prophet? Did we inquire about it? Somebody gave us information that girl was pretty, and we sent somebody and we got arranged. So now we are facing the music. So my dear respected brothers, the second thing is dedicate your children to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does that mean? That not giving the dunya? No, I'm not saying that. Dedicating your children means you should think that this is the amana of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I am responsible for this child to teach him everything, all the commandments of Allah and His Prophet. That is your responsibility, whatsoever. So teach him all the du'as every day, how to eat, how to sleep, how to go, all the sunnahs. It is a full-time job. It is not just actually just giving birth and leaving and thinking this boy will be very pious. It is not going to happen like that. Because we don't have the time, it's going very fast, so I'll just finish it fast. So the third thing, making the nasiha all the time to the children and making dua. Now today we make the nasiha. Nasiha is very important. It is the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everybody who has got children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a whole chapter, 9 instructions in Surah Al-Luqman. Go read that. Each and every parent has to read that. Allah gave that chapter for the parents. How many of us as a parent went and read and applied on our lives? How many of us? Tell me. Those rules, golden rules, 9 rules Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us through the tongue of Luqman alayhi salam. No, we did not follow. We don't want to read Quran. We can read all the instructions coming from our school. Oh, you have to do this. Today we have a music class. We are very, very happy. Oh, my son is learning the music in the school. We are sending him. But we did not hear what Allah is saying in the Quran, in the Surah Al-Luqman. Read it. Nasiha, only nasiha is not going to work. You have to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your talk is not going to work. All the prophets, they made the dua. Even though they are prophets. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. Ibrahim alayhi salam, the greatest of all, Ulul Azm, making dua. Oh Allah, make it. Make my children salih. And my wife also. And make the goodness of my eyes. Making the dua. All the prophets, Rabbi habli min as-salihin. Oh Allah, progeny, my progeny, salihin. Ya Allah. It is worth asking. Rabbi ja'alni muqim as-salati wa min dhurriyyati. Rabbana taqabbal dua. Making the dua. It is very important. It's Allah who is going to change. Otherwise, just imagine, Ibrahim alayhi salam came from Palestine to Mecca. He left his family for almost 8 or 9 years. He's coming after 9 years. And he sees a dream that he's slaughtering his son, and he goes and tells his son, "Son, I saw a dream. Allah is ordering me to slaughter you." What was the answer of the child? Just imagine actually if you tell your child or my child, what will be the answer? What will be the answer? Old man, you came from after 10 years, not taking care of our family. My mother, you left here in the desert, no food, no water. After 10 years, you come back and you are telling that actually I want to slaughter you. You crazy? That will be the normal answer of our children, isn't it? What was the answer of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam? He said, if Allah has ordered you, what is stopping you? Go ahead and do it. He did not say, actually, go ahead and do it. Actually, I'm very, strong. I will take this. No. Look at the humbleness. The ulama ikram says, the most obedient words came from the mouth of Ismail alayhi salam. He did not say, I'm strong, I'll take it. He said, go ahead and do it. If Allah wills, I will be among the patient. Who is teaching this humbleness and the obedience? Who? Allah. Why our children are not like that? What happened? Where did we go wrong? It can happen to our children also. But we are not following the pattern. So my dear respected brothers and elders, I'm going to cut short because now there is no time. I want to give all 8. We'll just go to the last one. The last one is, last 2, very important. And be a role model for your child. Most of the time we think actually the children should be the pious one and we will be the one actually who's going to enjoy the life, which is not going to happen like that. Your child is looking at you very, very carefully. Every moment, every thought, every word which is coming from your mouth, he's watching and he's learning and he's going to follow you. Otherwise, what is going to happen? Always there is a generation gap. If you are bad, he will be the worst. If you are not coming to the masjid, he will not come in. If you come to the masjid 5 times, he will come for Jummah. If you come for Jummah, he will come for only Eid. If you come for Eid prayer, he will come for your janazah. Period. And sometimes actually I saw one person actually, he came to the janazah, he did not go to the graveyard because he said, I'm working, I cannot go to my father's janazah. I know, I witnessed that. That is a pattern. It's simple. So be a role model. Whatever you're doing, be there before actually you tell your child. He's watching, he's not going to listen to you. Maybe right now, after 18 years, actually he's going to call the police. The last thing, my dear brothers, is find an Islamic school. Find an Islamic school. We think actually, if we send there, we talk about facility, brother, faculty, brother, education, brother, staff, brother, everything is there. The whole staff is not even married. Remember that. They're having children without marriage. They don't know what is the difference between zina, what they're going to teach, what kind of morals they're going to teach to your children. They drink alcohol. They think it's okay. A girl came and told his mother, my friend's mother, he says, Mom, something happened today. What? One boy was kissing a girl, a small boy. I went and told the teacher, he's doing something bad. She asked what? He says, he's trying to kiss her. The teacher said, no problem, he's loving her, he's not hating her. We should not be worried about it. He's showing his affection. He's showing his affection, his love, his caring and concerning. It's not a problem. He's not hating, you should not go. Who is teaching that? The teacher actually, her dependent, you are thinking actually, she'll be the role model and she will be the mentor of your child. Now this child comes only and he stays with you for 1 hour and 2 hours, then he goes to sleep. 8 to 10 hours actually, this kid is spending in that environment. They're teaching and they're bombarding, they're teaching. And he has got all the mindset. And he grew up, now you cannot take it out. Now you cannot take it out. When he gets out of the school, there is a time for you to cry and make dua and nothing is going to happen. That will be too high. So my dear respected brothers and elders, we have to open our eyes. We have to open our eyes. Find an Islamic school where the Islamic education is being given, where this awareness of Allah and His Prophet is going to come into your child, where this child will learn there is a death, there is accountability, there is a Jahannam, there is a Jannah. These kids don't know who are going to the school. They don't know anything. There is no awareness of those in those hearts. If there is no fear of Allah, if there is no fear of death, if there is no fear of grave, if there is no fear of Jahannam, who is going to change the child? Who? That's why you have to find an Islamic school where this awareness will come into this child. Find, my dear brothers, there are so many schools around us. So many of them, all Islamic educations. Find the best one who is giving the best education. Spend some time, spend some money. If you say, I don't have the money, go hungry. Don't eat. If you're eating 3 times, eat 1 time. 2 times, stay hungry, bring the money to the school and take care of your child. Because you'll be asked on the day of judgment. Allah is going to stop us. Allah says in the Quran, وَقِفُوهُمْ إِنَّهُمْ مَسْئُولُونَ. On the day of judgment, Allah will say, stop them. They are the responsible ones. Everybody is responsible by the children for whatever they are. How do you answer Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? My respected brothers, may Allah give us the tawfiq to understand and practice. There are so many schools, Islamic schools, find them. In this, here also there is a school. The Sheikh, if we graduate from Medina University, what else we want? He's giving his life for this purpose. Support him, support the school, bring your children. Do something if you don't have the children. Talk to somebody. Every children in the street, every Muslim children is our responsibility. If one child goes astray, my brothers, will be asked on the day of judgment for the child. Because we are all responsible. We are all responsible. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا حبيبنا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله أما بعد. عباد الله، فأحسن الكتاب كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. شر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا إن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم يرحم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم يغفر أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم فرج كرب أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم اصلح أحوال أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. عباد الله رحمكم الله. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم ادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وأهم وأتم وأكبر وأقيموا الصلاة.